Hello everyone. So welcome back. In this, see like how we can just pass parameters. Okay, so to the pipeline. It's similar like a function concept, right? So we have all the code inside the function, right? So and whenever we need, we call it, right? So similarly, so we can create a skeleton of a pipeline, and all this input file and output files we can just create it by passing a parameters. Okay, so what you can do is let's see go to the what I'll do. Let's go and create a new pipeline. Okay, so if I just go here, okay, so now let's go and create a new pipeline. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just create a new pipeline. Okay, that is a pipeline 2. So I'll just copy the data. Okay, so here, so under the general, okay, you can see like we can just secure this and copy data 1. Okay, so this is the name of our the activity. Okay, so let's keep it default. Let's go to the source. Under the source, so I can just select the existing source here. Okay, so or else I can go and create it. Okay, so new connection. So these are steps I think you are familiar, right? So like blob, so Azure blob storage, so it's a CSV file. So under the link service I'll just give this same I need a new connection. So here instead of a file path, I'll just select here. So this is the file. I'll this time I'll just select only the product. Okay, and first row as header. Let's click OK. Okay, so you can just preview the data from here. Okay, so here so let's keep it everything good. Okay, let's go to sync. Let's go new connection. So SQL database, click connection. So Azure SQL table 2. So here same database, table name I'll just give as a product. Okay, so let's click OK. So mapping, so import schemas, so it will do all the mapping. So settings, I'll skip a user auto generate. Okay, so let's go and validate. So validation is complete. Okay, so now let's go publish all. So this is normal steps, right? So let's see like how we can just add the parameters. Okay, so this is done. So now let's go and trigger now. Okay, first we need to publish it. Okay, so yeah, publishing is done. So add trigger now. Click OK. Yeah, so this is succeeded. Okay, if I just go to my product. Okay, so let's first refresh this. So inside the table I have products, so let's select the top rows. Yeah, you can see I'm able to retrieve the data. This is simple step, right? So how we can just pass a parameter. So if I just go here, okay, so under the source, okay, so we have something called like so here the source data set is nothing but delimited 2, right? So if I just see here, okay, so we have a delimited 2. Okay, I'll just open this. Okay, so if I just open this, okay, so instead of directly passing here product.csv, what I can do is I can add the dynamic content. So basically all this input file and the output table, so I can just pass as a parameter. Okay, so how we call a function, right? So we'll just run this pipeline, but while running the pipeline we need to provide this files. Okay, so so we can just not only this, we can provide any files. Okay, so see, instead of, for example, I have the 1,000 files, okay, to send from here to from blob storage to SQL, so I can't create 1,000 pipelines, right? So I'll just create one pipeline. So I'll just add dynamic content so while uploading the file, right? So you can see, so if I just add here dynamic content, okay, so what I'll do first, let's create a new parameter. So here I'll just give as a name as input file. input file. Okay, so I'll just click on save. Okay, so I'll select the input file and click OK. So here, so we are just setting a directory as the input file here. Okay, so next I'll go for the schema. Sorry, this is for what, for the text. Okay, so if I just go to pipeline, okay, so under the pipeline 2, sorry, yeah, under the pipeline 2, I'll just close this. Under the pipeline 2, okay, so you can see, so here, yeah, so here there is a called input file, right? So let's give a value later. So now I'll go for the same sync. Okay, so here we have a Azure SQL table 2, so I'll just go to Azure SQL table 2 and click on open. So here, so let's click to edit, and instead of directly adding to the product table, I'll click add a dynamic content. Okay, so I'll just click add here. So I'll just give as output table. Okay, so let's click on save. Okay, so select the output table and okay. Okay, so now it's an output table. So if I just go to the pipeline, you can see we have a output table. So if you after this, okay, just click on to this white space, okay, where we are selecting the pipeline itself and adding a parameter to it. So let's go and add a two parameters, that is input files, okay, and one more output table. Okay, so same thing, I'm just adding to it. Okay, so now if I just click on to this, okay, so now here instead of giving a value, I'll just add a dynamic content. So here I'll just give input file. Okay, and go sorry, I made the mistake here, right? So it's a so I'm just in the sync, right? So I'll just give you output. Okay, when I'm in the sync, okay, so here in the file I'll just give as a input as output. So clear the content as output. Fine. Okay, so here you can see, so instead of directly giving a file path name, so we are creating a parameters and we are passing. Okay, so this is the input file and this is the output file, so everything is good to go, right? So what I can do, so here, like, already I have created a product, right? So already we have a data, so we can just truncate that. Okay, so this everything is set. So what I can do, first I'll try to validate. Okay, so validation is done. So if I just go and try to create publish all, okay, so let's publish it. Okay, so after publishing, yeah, so publishing is complete. So if I just try to trigger now, add trigger, okay, trigger now. So here, okay, it's not yet done. So publishing is done, add trigger. Yeah, so you can see, so here it's asking for the value. So what is the input file? So I need to give the same input file whatever I've just stored, that is product. Okay, so I'll just copy here and I'll just paste it as a product. Okay, same file. Okay, so here that output table, okay, so output table here we have just given as what, it's product, right? So here also output table we have a product. Okay, so if you just try to click OK and execute it, okay, so you are able to see the result from the MySQL server, because right now I have a data, so I need to truncate it. Okay, so truncate dot product. So let's try to run this. Okay, so if I just try to select the top 10 queries here. Okay, so result, I don't have any products. Okay, fine. So now everything is set, right? So I'll just give an as product. So product.csv, I guess it's product.csv. Okay, and the table name is product. Okay, let's click OK. Okay, so you can see our triggering is started. Okay, So you can see, so successfully run the pipeline 2. Okay, so it succeeded. Okay, so we got so we'll wait for it because sometime it will take some time to check it. Okay, if I just go to the monitor, so this is pipeline 2, right? So let's refresh. Yeah, so pipeline 2, it is succeeded. Okay, so if I just go to the SQL server, let's try to run it this query once again. Yeah, you can see I'm getting fine. So now instead of so what I can do, so directly what I can do now, so I can just go here and no need of create one more pipeline. So instead directly I can just go to the pipeline 2. Okay, so if I just go to the pipelines 2. Okay, so here I can just add trigger now. Here I can just directly pass the files, so I can just pass the other files as well, right? So I can just keep 1,000 files. I can just keep on adding files and keep on running and sending the data to the SQL database. Okay, so this is how we do it. Okay, so not only this, okay, so even you can just pass the parameter for the sources as well, like so here you can see whether for the database. Okay, so for other things also you can just set the um, uh, um, or if I just click on edit. Okay, so here you can see, so here if I just click on to this domain name, we have add dynamic content. So even you can just add the sources and the destination. Okay, so can add the dynamic content to the data factory. I hope you understood. So if you have any doubts, okay, you can just ask in the discussion forum.